Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. Today we're going to be taking a detailed look at my entire Lego room. Our primary focus is going to be the Lego City. I haven't done this since December 31st, 2022, so not since New Year's Eve. And lots has changed over the last 4 months, that's for sure. There's still lots of things in the Lego City that we're currently working on, so some of the projects aren't 100% complete yet, so just bear that in mind as we have a look at our Lego City. But I'm really excited, like so many things have been accomplished over the last 4 months. It's actually crazy. So let's dive right into it. So I think we should start with the downtown core, which mainly consists of modular buildings and rebrickable models. This whole block right here with the Pal Cinema, Grand Emporium, Jazz Club, Parisian Restaurant never used to exist. When I removed the beach, well actually moved the beach and removed the boatyard, it opened up a bunch of space right here, and that allowed me to expand the downtown core. So that was hugely positive because I was able to move these little beach buildings forward and actually elongate the beach. And that was amazing. By removing the boatyard, it was just truly a positive thing. It removed all the boats from the city, but it just opened up so much more frontage for the downtown core. Just across the street from that city block there, we have the town hall set. The town hall set has two rebrickable models. They're half base plate modular buildings. And those are pretty neat because they're like corners, right? So they frame the town hall pretty nicely. There's a little fountain out front of town hall there. And as you can see, the raised train line zips by through the middle of the street here. So the raised train line is a new addition as well. It's fully constructed using like light gray elements and custom train supports, and it's all tiled off and has underlying plates. So it takes the regular train track, which doesn't look that good, and makes it look pretty fantastic. Just across the street from Town Hall, there's a new modular building, which is one of the Bricklink Designer Program sets. This is the modular construction site, and that's right beside the corner garage. One of my favorite modular buildings, and actually my first one, is right here, and this is the detective's office. So that's the one that started it all. That got me into Lego City building. I started by putting them on my pool table in my old room. And then I slowly but surely got more and more. And then I got some folding tables. The next thing you know, I had 6 folding tables. And then I was like, oh man, I need to custom build tables. And then we did that. And now we have this massive custom built table system in the new basement. And there's the fire brigade just around the corner from Town Hall. Now, like I mentioned, my Lego City's always under construction, so things are always moving and changing, like that gas station there. It's sort of displaced there and not really operational, and the traffic light right beside that gas station is facing the wrong direction. You'll notice that there's minifigs tipped over, but it's not done yet, so like when I make big changes, like when I reintegrate the farm over there, I have to move a whole bunch of modular buildings and things get knocked over, and then I just don't really take the time to fix it sometimes. It's sort of a flaw, I guess, but the farm does look pretty good right there below the Mountain View Observatory, which sits on its own, or it's a custom mountain. It's pretty cool. Some people climbing the mountain there. Pretty awesome. I love that section of the Lego City. And also the haunted house, the Monster Fighters haunted house there with its own custom graveyard is pretty sweet too. Yeah, pretty awesome. And then when we come around the corner here, we've got the this is a Bricklink Designer Program bowling alley, and this one actually is going to be getting a second floor right away. I have all the parts for it. I think it's going to be built by mid next week. Then there's some rebrickable models of the Dinos exhibition and also the pub, which is actually built using the parts from the corner garage, which is right across the street from that. So that's pretty cool. This whole area is new as well. This used to be like the university, and the university has moved over there on the end of Pop Culture Street, where we can see Spider-Man and the Green Goblin and Mysterio at it with Gargantos on the street, and Doctor Strange and Sandman and Hulk, and just everybody just having a blast here on Pop Culture Street, where we have awesome modular buildings such as the Sanctum Sanctorum, my double Daily Bugle. So I took 2 sets, increased the size of it, like both width and height, so it's pretty neat. And then we've got the diner. Pretty awesome. I love Pop Culture Street. It's great. So many hidden little stories absolutely everywhere. Like we've got 12 Grimwald Place and the Night Bus, and then you've got Loki right beside that. There's almost too much going on. I actually contemplated like reducing the amount of stuff that's going on Pop Culture Street just because it's so like overwhelming in some cases. Like there's minifigures and stuff everywhere. Here's Wally. Wally's knocked over though, poor guy. Oh no, and now I knocked him over. But just down the alleyway here beside the Ghostbusters HQ, where you can see the Ecto 1 pulling out, we have the Diagon Alley set hidden within all of these modular buildings on Pop Culture Street. So that's pretty awesome. There hasn't really been a huge amount of changes that have happened here on Pop Culture Street, like Superman still flying over the Lego City there, and the facades are still blocking the backside of Diagon Alley, and we still have the sitcom tower there. But I don't know, I think it's looking pretty good. I don't really think it needs any changes necessarily, but this whole block right here is actually newly expanded as well, because this used to all be amusement park, and these are some of the most recent changes that we did to the Lego City. We integrated the Studgate train station, and when we integrated that, we added like a switch track here so we can park 2 trains in the Studgate train station. We moved the amusement park entrance, we condensed the amusement park, and then we also expanded downtown, so now we can build our triple boutique hotel, which is currently being worked on. In fact, I'm working on it after I'm done this video, so that should be done relatively soon. And then we've got like the Disney costume shop, which is a rebrickable model of the Disney castle, and also Assembly Square there, and Sesame Street on the end of the street there, along with the pizzeria, and also my custom Lego store. This is a super casual Lego City overview. I didn't really want to make it scripted or anything. I just wanted to really casually talk about the Lego City. So this is my double train station. This is recently integrated, so it services the raised line and the ground line. I love that. And these trains are operational. Probably could fire them up in this video as well. No, it can't. Then we have the roller coaster, Ferris wheel, loop coaster, haunted house mixer. So the amusement park changed a lot, because it used to have the Eiffel Tower in the back there by the loop coaster, but now it doesn't. So now we have less space, it's more condensed, but I'm really excited about starting on this layout here. It's gonna be pretty awesome. My plan is to integrate more like trees and have more trees in this area. Anywhere that you see like an open base plate, like the Ninja Turtle truck, like there's an open base plate there, and throughout the entire amusement park and also along here, I'm going to be integrating a lot of trees just to bring some more color and some more nature to the Lego City. So when I start working on the amusement park, my plan is to have sort of narrow walkways and then have bigger sections of trees just to add some color. I've had an amusement park working in the past, well, several of them, but they had really wide walkways and there wasn't as much like trees. So I really want to make that work. We extended this raised platform here, so that's good. And it currently has the Haunted Mansion and the Burrow on it, but the raised platform is something that I'm currently developing. However, I just finished building the huge plate that accommodates the Lion Knight's castle, and that thing looks pretty awesome. Now, I'm not confirmed, like I don't want to confirm this, but I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna put a little mini airstrip up here, because I can't figure out how I'm gonna bring vehicles to the Mountain View Observatory. So I'm thinking maybe if there's like a little narrow airstrip that's maybe like 48 studs long, or maybe 96 studs long, maybe there can be an airstrip going out, and then we can put some trees and maybe like some shacks and stuff, and then there'd be an airstrip that actually services the Mountain View Observatory. That would be my solution to adding an airport to the city. Might look pretty neat. Of course, this castle would probably have to slide down. We've got a bunch of open space over there, so I could probably bring this down maybe to like 30 inches, which would be 2 of those big 48 by 48 base plates, and then we can put an airstrip here which would service that. Wouldn't that be neat? Be an easy way to fill this space until we know what we're doing, but then have like a rugged airstrip with like a forest behind it. I think that would be super cool. But here's an up close look at our farm. I still need to fix up the farm a bit. The pumpkin patch is still in the middle of nowhere, so I need to rework that so it turns in here. Also, this whole area right here needs detail. So it needs things like this. It needs to be all sloped up, and saplings and trees all in this green space. And anywhere that you see green space in the Lego City that doesn't have that, it's still just waiting, like updates. It's still waiting for that to happen. And this whole section right here is open real estate for the city. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 plates open for the city, and then another half plate here. So we've got 6 plates open, and then another one here. So we've got 7 plates of real estate open in the Lego City. But once again, I'm thinking of adding some more trees and green space in the Lego City. So some of this space here might be dedicated to that. And also I want to do that out front of the hospital as well. There's a half base plate that's open right there. Here's Pop Culture Street from this side. That university's here now, right by the Quickie Mart. Then we have some residential houses, along with the McAllisters on the big base plate there, and also the Simpsons house, and some of the old Creator 3-in-1 houses as well. Really liking this though. Still haven't found that plate that I'm missing there. Somebody said it fell into the Simpsons house. Oh, I don't know where it went. I still gotta find that when I'm filming this video. I still have no idea where that went. But yeah, I'm really liking this, and we're gonna continue that sort of feeling moving down this way. But then maybe an airstrip here. That would be super cool. And there's some rebrickable models. Oh no, sorry, this one's a rebrickable model. It's Jose's Bakery, but it was like rebrickable, but she also customized it using just the parts that we had. Sometimes she references those instructions and then just builds like her own thing. Isn't that neat? She did a great job on that. And also there's my model of the Friends School. I think I used 5 of the Friends Heart Lake City school sets and built that. So that's fully custom by me as well. Well, of course I referenced the instructions, and there's the brick bank sort of hidden, hey? Not really too happy about the position of the brick bank, but across the street from that, there is the Spring Lantern Festival and also the Venetian houses. I'm not sure how I feel about that area over there. It's sort of random, but why not? You know, it's sort of just culture, I guess. We got Italy and Spring Lantern, so like China. Wouldn't that be neat? There you go. Culture Street. That's what we'll call it. It's not Pop Culture Street, but it's Culture Street. Sure, I just made that up on the spot. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. That's the downtown core and the amusement park. So that whole area over there still needs a lot of work, and same with the raised platform. But I mean, over here is pretty much complete, right? Pop Culture Street's pretty much complete other than that one base plate there. And this area is pretty much complete besides these base plates and that, and also the farm. So things are coming along quite nicely over here. That's for sure. Another huge thing that I did recently was actually remove all of the stuff underneath here. Like we used to have these tables all the way across, these custom built platforms underneath the Lego City, and it made it really hard to crawl from hole to hole. Like I'm crawling from hole to hole as filming this, and I just go right across now. It's so much easier than crawling all the way out and then all the way around and all the way around. It's so much easier to just whoop, 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 pop up through the holes. So that's a hugely positive thing that we recently did to the Lego City as well. And speaking of the under table scenes, look at that. We've got our winter village right here. Is there a light here? There's a light right here. Look, I can turn it on. Yeah, see, there we go. Oh, I just hit my head. Classic. Ow. Youch, I gotta be more careful of that. Yeah, there we go. There's the winter village down here. Santa's still flying. He hasn't moved. And that's probably gonna get an upgrade this holiday season. We'll see. Looks pretty awesome. I do have the Bricklink Designer Program Winter Chalet set, so I want to try and integrate that in there. Maybe get a taller hill. The zoo. That's been completed since our last overview. Yeah. Right in the base of the observatory mountain with the waterfalls coming down and the creek running through the camp, or through the farm, sorry. And then the zoo, yeah. Bears and birds, concession stands, aquarium, jaguar. Nope, that's a panther. Africa, monkeys, a guy in a costume, custom sticker signage, all sorts of concession stands and custom tiling. So the zoo is a project that's fully custom, and I'm super excited about it. It looks amazing. Super happy to have this done. One of my achievements of last year, but I actually finished it here in 2023. It just took a long time for me to commit to doing it. And then this is awesome as well. The mountain that hosts the Ninjago Temple. I love landscaping. It's been a new passion project of mine, is trying to like landscape this whole area, right? Starting by the beach and just sort of flowing different heights. And I want to continue that all the way along there. I just think that would look so cool, you know, flowing along here. It's just beautiful, right? I love working with landscaping. It just takes so much parts, but it's just takes it to a whole new level, right? Like I would love to do more dioramas and stuff like that, and just landscaping is so awesome. Like landscaping, I can't stress that enough. It's so amazing. Something we did this year was actually, well, something we did this year, it's true, in the first quarter of this year, I guess, was integrate the A-frame cabin. So the A-frame cabin looks pretty sweet here. It's actually raised up 3 bricks. You can't even tell that it's raised up 3 bricks, but if it wasn't raised up 3 bricks, it wouldn't pop out as high as it is now. Like I said, very casual vlog here. So yeah, it looks pretty cool that it's raised up 3 bricks, and the plate in front of it with this creek here, or pond, sorry, is actually, well, creek and pond, is actually raised up 2 bricks. Yeah, and there's just so much detail in here. And this area is actually going to be getting an upgrade right away. It's going to be even more detailed because I'm going to be building all trees like this. I have all the parts to do that. I think I have enough parts to build 30 of the Technic trees of all different colors. And that's going to get integrated here on the raised platform in the amusement park. And then these trees are going to get dispersed everywhere. And I want to build more trees. I just love trees. I think they add a nice pop of color. We've got a dead skunk there. Yeah, but the trees just really do add a nice pop of color and just sort of natural look to the Lego city. So I want to upgrade all of the trees throughout the entire city. It's amazing. I love this campground and this whole area with like the zoo and the mountains. It's definitely my favorite area of the Lego city. Well, that's probably because it's complete, right? Like if the amusement park was complete, I'd love that area too. Oh yeah, and then we added the 1950s diner, which is the rebrickable model. It's got a nice big parking lot there. Didn't want to add parking in the past, but you know what? It sort of breaks it up a bit. This is just like nice and low and just sort of adds to the theme of this. And I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. If I ever run out of space, I think the parking lot's going to stay. I sort of like it. Something else we added to the campground area, when we removed that boatyard, it gave us a whack of room here too. So we actually expanded the campground area by adding this hill. And this hill is going to become more detailed soon with more trees once we build all of those other trees. But it's pretty cool. It's got like a vantage point on the top there. You can look at the lighthouse, which is integrated nicely there. And the water, which flows like all the way from the Ninjago mountain and through the campground, actually flows right beside that hill there and then eventually makes its way into the ocean. Yeah, so that's really nice. And then there's also our custom skate park here as well. Pretty cool. Then I decided to build a skate park. You got Bart Simpson there and some rails and a half pipe, some jumps. Looks like a lot of fun. And here's the backside of this Lego City block along with the Spring Lantern Festival and the Venetian houses. Ocean water is nicely upgraded as well. It uses the 4 colors of underlying plate, actually 5 colors. It has the medium azure, dark azure, blue, dark blue, and black. I still need to upgrade the waves. I want to increase the size of them and also change out the dark blue. I just used the parts that I have and didn't have enough of these clear ones, but eventually we're going to change that. I also want to get more clear elements and put them on the sand. And then, of course, I need to work on my actual beach details because, no, this is not done. There's going to be a lot more minifigures and details in this area. And these 3 buildings here still need to be modularized on their own 16 by 32 base plates, just like these ones here. So eventually that'll get done as well. There's just so many things that I have going on, but I love just hopping around the Lego City and working on so many different things. So I think that's the entire Lego City. Some other Lego City changes that we made were actually not to the Lego City, but to the shelving above the Lego City, because I added shelving, track shelving, just over top of it, which looks really good. Now we have a nice spot for our boats, which no longer have a space in the Lego City. Of course, the Titanic is the wrong scale. It would never go in the Lego City. But we got Metalbeard Sea Cow, Metalbeard Sea Cow, the Black Seas Barracuda, and also Silent Mary. And then I put the Ninjago sets up there. I love these Ninjago sets. They're packed full of detail. They used to be on the raised platform, but now they're floating in the clouds above the Lego City. I was contemplating building like custom clouds using all sorts of like rounded white plates and tiles and having them hang off the shelf. That might look pretty cool, and I still want to do that. The timeline on all these projects, I don't know. It's just sort of like one day at a time. I just tackle one thing at a time. I'm like, okay, today I'm going to install shelving. Today I'm going to build a custom train station. Today I'm going to work on an airstrip or work on the boutique hotel or tile a section of the amusement park or build one of my green spaces in the Lego city, right? I decided to put all of the Avatar sets up here. This is like the randomest collection of sets. We have Avatar, Nutcracker, some New York stuff for the architecture. Then we have 2 castles, and then the Elsa Frozen Ice Castle, and then Castle Fortificata. And then up top here we have space, the blacksmith, Bowser's airship, the Arkham Asylum, the Upside Down from Stranger Things, and then some Disney stuff like the Up House, the train station, and also the Royal Clamshell, which is newly constructed and not even out yet. So Land sent me that one. It's pretty neat. The Royal Clamshell, they had a great time building that one. And I integrated it on the shelves actually this morning. I just wanted to make sure that those shelves were full as we did this update, because for the longest time they were just chilling there and they weren't full. There we have the best set of 2023 so far. That of course is Rivendell. And then something that's always being worked on in my Lego room is cleaning up the mess, because when you're working on projects like this, you always end up with big messes and hats everywhere. It's my Disneyland hat, my favorite hat. Other than my weather's hat, I guess. we got like sets and stuff that need to be integrated into the city or parted out or whatever it might be above my little workstation here where I'm currently working on the X-Wing as I drink my coffee. And that's the Little Mermaid Royal Clamshell box. So pretty awesome. Things are coming along nicely in the room, specifically in the Lego City section of the room, and where I actually conduct most of my work. And this area over here is super clean right now. Everything is looking awesome. We integrated some of the new Guardians of the Galaxy sets in that Bricker builds Captain America shield, and reorganized a bunch of stuff over here with all of our Marvel sets. So that's awesome. Our 501st Army is still intact. And then we've got the guitar beside the Death Star along with the piano, just due to shelf height. And the newest attraction over here, I guess, is the Eiffel Tower. This used to be in the city, and I decided to put it in this spot here. And it actually just fits wonderfully right in that corner. I can actually push it over a bit, I think. Yeah, there we go. Even better. Then we've got Santa Claus there along with my step ladder. You need step ladders to reach the tops of these shelves where we have all of our X-Wings, TIE Fighters, and buildable figures up there. Pretty awesome. All the Star Wars stuff. Death Star, Super Star Destroyer, the new mid-sized Super Star Destroyer, TIE Bomber, Star Destroyer, Darth Vader Mega figure, Cloud City. This guy's missing his helmet. Oh no. Then we have the Imperial shuttle there, the A-Wing. The mansion is coming along nicely. It's a project that we started in 2023 as well, and this replaced the Winter Village that used to sit there. It's still waiting for another floor, so a third and final floor, and then the roof, and then this project will be done. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Down here we've got the Ewok Village, the X-Wing, the Cantina, and also Benny's spaceship. And over here we've got the Star Wars corner, a bunch of smaller sets on the shelf on the left here. Micro fighters and small sets. A bunch of AT-ATs below all the helmets, the full helmet collection. It's pretty awesome. The large AT-AT, all the buildable characters, Millennium Falcons and Y-Wing. I love this Y-Wing. So cool. All the dioramas as well. This is a plane that can go on our airstrip, if you so choose. That would be neat, from the Indiana Jones lineup. All the dioramas. Pretty awesome. Oh, something that got a big upgrade this year specifically is the Brickheads display, because they've given us so many good Brickheads, and there's more coming out. So I'm going to have to do something about that, because we're going to run out of space on our Brickheads display. Well, I guess we got room for the new Star Wars ones coming out right there. But yeah, pretty soon this is going to have to be expanded to a full Billy. And then what am I going to do? Well, I've got to sort all that stuff that's above my desk, right? Because that frees up a bunch of space on those shelves, and then I'll be able to free up some room over here, so hopefully we can expand our Brickhead display. Who could know, right? We got all our Batman stuff. Pretty cool. I always said this was my favorite set for a long time. Thing looks super neat. And then all of our vehicles. So we've got a ton of Speed Champions all on display. There are a lot of them. They look great though. On the Billy shelves, right? The Billy shelves from IKEA. Then all the Technic stuff as well. And the Creator Expert vehicles. Now I've got shelving everywhere, and some of it is pretty hidden. For example, if we look up here, we've got the boats that used to be in the boatyard up on that bulkhead shelf, and then you'll see a bunch of other scattered sets all over on the bulkhead shelves as well. I was thinking maybe what I should do is clean this shelf up and maybe move, I mean the helmets look good over there, but you can't really see them that well. They do look epic though. I don't know what would be better, if keep the helmets there or put the helmets up there all in a line. I actually used to have them on the bulkhead shelves over here, but you couldn't really see them. I could see them. That's the thing, is I'm always down here, so I can see everything all the time as I live my life down here, but I used to have them up along those bulkhead shelves. But it might be cool to move the helmets. I'm not sure. For some reason I chose not to fire them up, but there goes the high-speed passenger train on the raised line, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. So for sure I'm going to be working on this boutique hotel later on today. I need to do something over here by this train. Put like a little boardwalk or something. And then get cracking on this amusement park, and also build all of those Technic trees. Because those Technic trees are going to go all over the Lego city. And once I get a nice variety of trees in the city, it's going to look way better. Also a variety of colors, because they're all sort of similar. They're the trees built using the 2x2 circular bricks, or the 1x1 cylinders, or the arches. So there's like 3 different tree types. But if I integrate more tree types, I think it's going to look even better. Here we go. Should we try and fire up this train too? We may as well. See if we can get it going. I always use the Bluetooth remote. There we go. It's really long, so that's a double train. I actually built 2 of those yellow and blue trains, and the cool thing about it is you could just connect them end to end, and it works pretty nicely. Now the problem with the ground line is there's actually 2 inclines. Did it hit something? Oh my gosh, it hit that truck again. For some reason, I always park this truck right on the train line. That's 2 for 2 times when I fire that up. But yeah, like I said, the ground line actually has 2 inclines. Well, 1 incline, 1 decline. 1 incline is right there. It's about to go down when it transfers from a ballast track to non-ballast track, because the track behind, like underneath the raised platform and behind these coverings, is not ballast, so it has to go down a slight gradient. And then over here, where we've got this weird curve, there's a slight gradient uphill as well, because this road track isn't as high as the ballast line, and it also has to go around a curve there. So there's a wide curve to accommodate that pillar there, and also a slight incline. But there we go, we got both trains going. You know what's annoying about these new remotes? Not really new, but the Bluetooth things. I can't operate 2 trains on 1 remote. How silly is that? For example, if I wanted to fire up the Hogwarts Express on this same remote, I wouldn't be able to do it. How silly is that? You know, I thought because they'd be Bluetooth, it would be able to have multiple connections, but if I wanted to fire up this one, I would have to A, get another remote, right? Or B, get my phone out and fire it up with my phone. Whereas the old trains that use the IR receivers and IR remotes, you can have 2 different trains operational at the same time on the same remote. But the new ones, you can't. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but from all the experiments that I've done, I can't take this train here, right, and actually connect it to this one at the same time. So it's sort of silly, right? Oh, I just bumped that. Did you see that? That's funny. But yeah, there we go. We have the trains operational in the Lego room. This one here will just go around the ground line. It'll prop underneath the platform there, and then continue to make its way around the amusement park. Here comes my half train now. Uh-oh, uh-oh, whoa. Okay, there we go. Then maybe we'll let it go nose to nose. See if it can do it. No, it can't. No, it can't. I promise you, it's not like this every time I run the trains. Like, this is a little bit chaotic, but whatever, it's all part of the vibe here. And you know what? Taserface is involved in every single accident, it would seem. That is hilarious. Now, who's been part of the live streams where I have the trains operational? You'll see that the trains actually run for like an hour at a time and there's no hiccups. It just seems to always happen during videos where there's a problem. It's pretty funny, but these trains can run flawlessly for hours on their own. You just have to make sure the track's cleared and don't put your trains nose to nose, I guess. Yeah, awesome. So there we go. That's the Lego room in a nutshell as of spring 2023. I hope you enjoyed my overview. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for some more great stuff coming out in the near future. And thank you so much for coming on by. Farewell.